All right, we're going to look at the validity of some of these arguments from your last assessment. Most of you guys were using the Venn diagram, so I'm going to use that method, but you can also use truth table on majority of these as well. So to start on this one here, it says that all birds can fly. So what that means is if you're a bird, then you can fly. That's a mess. I'm sorry. So what that looks like in a Venn diagram is that if you think about all the flying animals, that's one category, that birds fit inside of that, because it says if you're a bird, then you fly, or going back to the universal quantifier, all birds can fly, so all birds would be in that fly category. Now, Oscar is a bird, so that means that Oscar has to live inside that bird circle, and that forces him to be inside the flying circle, so then we get that Oscar can fly. That's the only place where it can happen, so that makes it valid. For the next one, we have that no dogs are cats. So if we think about the dog category, it has to be completely separate from the cat category. Now it says that Shadow is not a cat. So that means that Shadow is not going to live inside the cat circle. So he can live outside of it here, or it could live here. There's no guarantee that it has to be in the dog circle. So when it says that conclusion there that Shadow is a dog, there is no guarantee because we could put him in two different places. So that would be invalid. For number 3, we have that no dogs are cats. So again, similar to the last one, we have dogs, we have cats. Since no dogs are cats, so I drew them separate again. Now it says all Dachshunds are dogs. So we could put the set of all of the Dachshunds inside the dog circle because all of them are dogs. So looking at the picture, we can see that the Dachshunds are not in the cat circle. They all live right inside there, and so that makes that a valid argument. Lastly, we have that some birds cannot fly. So if we're looking at the set of all birds, they're not going to be inside the fly circle, but we know that some of them can fly. So there's going to be some overlap with all of the animals that can fly. Now it does say that all birds have feathers. So that means all the birds have to fit inside the feather circle. Now it says that can we conclude that some things that don't fly have feathers? So if we look at all the things that don't fly, that means like anything outside of that fly circle, kind of like the complement, if you think about talking about sets. It says that do some of those have feathers? And yeah, because the birds, it didn't say all the birds flew. So there are some birds that do have feathers because it said that all the birds have the feathers and they just won't be flying. So there are some. We just need to make sure we find that there exists at least one. And so there we have it, that we could have that some things do not fly but do have feathers.